I'm 27. Well, I'm 26 years old. I'm from Danville, Virginia.
Oh,
A little bit
really?
about.
You young, Isaiah?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Danville, Virginia. A little bit about my backstory as far as growing up. I have three other siblings. I have one little brother. And I have two sisters.
Where do you
I'm the,
fall?
I'm, huh?
Where do you fall
I'm the oldest child.
the oldest? Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. We were raised in a two-parent home. Honestly, what I can say is I did not have a rough life growing up. Um, but I will say that I was taught to be kind of independent. I was a go getter. I still am a go getter. For the things that I want, I get it. I try to work hard. I try to strive hard, work hard for it. So I was kind of brought up that way. Not so much the rough side, but of course, I did share the bunk bed with my little brother.
Hmm.
Um, so I
Love it.
mean,
Hmm.
let's see. We was out, of course, definitely outside until the street lights came on.
Right, right.
And definitely, if I wasn't in by that time, my mama definitely came out, hollered out the door, and said, "Come on in the inside." So,
Yeah, come on in the house. Hmm.
yeah. Um, but yeah, life definitely has been rough. I'm grateful for all the opportunities that I've had growing up. Um, as far as like acting, my acting career. Um,
We'll get to that, Isaiah.
okay,
Yeah,
all
because I
right.
want to just yeah, I want to establish a timeline. To kind of I want to give it more of a lead up.
Okay,
All
all
right.
right.
Yeah.
So I would say,
Let me help you out, Isaiah. Yeah. So, what are some of your memories? Like, what are some of the key takeaways that you learned from your parents? Like, give us some memories between you and your siblings. I know that sometimes it might be rivalries, or sometimes it might be more close knit. Um, what are some of the things that y'all like to do? Like, did y'all listen to like certain music, or did you have certain TV shows you enjoy watching, and what inspired your acting? So, um,
okay.
okay.
Well, start off, of course, I grew up in the church.
Oh yes.
Um,
Okay.
I was very heavy in my great grandmother and grandfather and them. They definitely kept us strict in there in church every Sunday, Sunday school, vacation Bible school, all of those things. I used to be in the youth choir. I used to always kind of be the one
Really?
that used to lead the songs pretty much. But
Oh wow.
I've grown from that. I don't do that anymore, unfortunately. But you know, I tried to always lead my siblings as far as in church because I was 5 years older than my second my 5 years older than my second sibling.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's a little gap there, but I was kind of at the age where I kind of helped my mom and my father kind of helped raise her up until my other two siblings came. So I've always kind of been that helping hand with my parents, as far as helping raise my siblings. I love family. I'm a family
Oh,
oriented guy.
nice.
Yes, we used to always go to my grandmother's and great grandmother's and great grandpa's house every Sunday. My family will all come together. We always have a Sunday dinner.
Yes.
Um, I used to always enjoy after school days, coming home, playing outside, things of that sort. As far as my relationship with my siblings, there's never been really no rivalry.
Okay.
Um, but for the most part, I will say my little brother, he definitely was the one that kind of kept me on my toes and kind of nitpicked a lot. So
Oh,
we
you say,
kind
oh,
of
you got on your
always,
nerves.
yeah, we kind of had it out all the time. But now, I mean, we're older, and I mean, I love them to death. My
Oh,
sisters, my baby sister, I don't have any favorites, but they always used to say, Isaiah, you always pick and choose who you love, your siblings. But whether, I love all my siblings equally.
right. But
They,
it's a
they,
different.
they,
It's always a different connection. I mean, that's a
yeah,
given. It's like it's always gonna be a different connection between siblings or between parents and children. It's gonna be a certain connection. You know.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Um,
great.
Yep.
Yeah. So, now when you say when you grew up in the church, what are some of the key takeaways that you carry with you with your church upbringing and your home upbringing? So two questions. What are some of the key things you carry with you with your home upbringing, and then the key things with your church upbringing?
Um, I definitely, for number one, as far as church and home, really kind of follow both
Right.
characters. I
Mhm.
say,
Mhm. Right.
it's prayer. I'm heavy on prayer. That's one thing that has always stuck with me from, I grew up, it was a Baptist church that I grew up in.
Ah.
But now,
You
I've
was
kind
there
of,
all day and all week. It was there, Yeah, you go
Yes.
there, you go on Sunday, you come on Friday. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I grew up in the Baptist, practically my whole younger years or whatever the case may be. Of course now I'm in an apostolic church. So kind of
Okay.
things a little different now, but it's still the
Yes.
same belief. Still we still believe in that one.
Yes. One Lord, one faith, one
Yes.
baptism, right? Yes,
Yes. So
absolutely.
I would definitely say I carry prayer with me. From that. I don't let's see. Key takeaways from going into church. I'm glad that I was pushed to be able to get that. Yeah, I guess. Well, not really say pushed. I was brought up in the church to where it was a way that now it's not like it's got to be forced or it's like it's a natural thing for me now.
Right, right. I get it.
So I was glad that I was kind of raised up in the church to where now I know that I don't have to go to church, but
You choose
it
to.
helps me in my everyday life.
Yeah, got
It's
you.
something that it's something that helps me stay grounded. Um, Of course, hey, everybody's not perfect and we all have flaws, but it helps me keep my head on a swivel. So yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, but thank you for that. Now I want to shift into the elementary and junior high school phase, which I look forward to hearing about as well. I like to hear those
Okay.
memories because it's not really talked about as much. I think that with elementary, junior high school, I think we just kind of make it like it's just a part of, you know, it's part of being a product of the society. You got to go to elementary, junior high school, but nobody talks
All right.
about it too much because they always think of high school and college as pivotal points in their lives. But no, it starts
Yeah.
elementary, junior high school because that's
That's
when you have puberty. That's when you start to get acne. You're starting to figure out your own anatomy. You hopping in the staircase.
yeah.
You're interacting with people. You're learning your social environment. Like there's so many different. You're into sports or you're going to join a club. So with you, Isaiah, what was it like in elementary, junior high school? Were you a shy kid, popular kid? Did you join any clubs? How were your grades? How were the teachers towards you? And like kind of give us that experience.
Well, I would say starting off in elementary school, I'm not gonna say I was the best kid.
Ah,
I was a handful. Um, I definitely gave my parents a run for the money and the teachers. I was
why did you do
kind
that?
of
Why are you so bad?
kind of acting like the class clown, but in a
Ah,
way, it
mhm,
wasn't like to try to really be the class clown. I think what it was I was very to myself, very shy,
mhm,
you know,
mhm,
um, and I still am in a way. So I'm kind of breaking away from it.
I can
Um,
tell.
but yeah, so
Mhm.
I was definitely shy back then. I really didn't hang with a lot of people. I'm still the same way now. Um, I kind of stayed to myself, but when I was being that class clown, that I
Mhm.
think that was a way of me trying to interact with people. I guess that's not the best route to go, but though, that's
No, I get it. Mhm.
that's how I did. Um, you know, as far as grades, I tried to definitely keep them above a C, but I kind of stay A, B, C, up and down between that range. My favorite subject was math. Math off the
Oh,
gate.
really? That wasn't mine.
I
Yeah.
was good with math. Math was
Yeah.
all right.
No. Well, you should have been. I shouldn't have been at your table, Isaiah.
Yes, but I mean, I would say my least favorite is science. I didn't really like science as much. I don't know why I really couldn't get with it, but yeah, that was my definitely my least favorite.
Yeah, I'm coming, Isaiah. I'm coming.
Oh, you're all right.
Yeah, that's why I was signaling you to go on because
Oh, I'm
because you know
sorry.
what it.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
that's all right. That's all right. No, I'm back. I'm back. Because one day I gave snacks to these children and they now they know where I live and now they expect it.
Oh,
So
yes.
they just come knocking on my door and I'm like, I'm in the middle. All right, but thank you for holding down the fort for me. Yeah. But yes, so did you join any clubs? Did you talk about that? Like, did you join
um, well, I didn't really join a lot of
or any
clubs.
sports or anything like that?
I did try out for basketball, whatever the case may be. I played basketball a couple years, but I didn't finish it out throughout school or whatever. I kind of did it, just kind of do some type of sport. Um, I did football, but football was definitely not my favorite. You know, I tried, I was good in it, but I did, you know, end up hurting my arm at one time. And
Oh.
after that practice, I never went back.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the thing because and it's so funny because my son was so accident prone like that too. Like, you know, he 'cause he played different sports like football, basketball, but every weekend he would come up with another injury. And I'm like, look, I'm not gonna keep taking you to the ER. So we go, we're
Yes,
gonna
ma'am.
hold off. I said, you know, we're gonna hold off to at least maybe high school because you have all these injuries, then you're not gonna be able to really do much when you get older when you have all these
Right.
injuries already. So I think we're gonna need to hold off. And you know, and
Yeah.
he was not so well behaved either. So I had to take him out the team for that reason
Yes.
too, you know, take away
Yes.
from those sports too. But but let me ask you this, Isaiah, like just based off of what you shared in regards to your elementary, junior high school phases, what else if you can remember, what do you feel like you discovered about yourself?
Um, Looking back, I can say that I think I think one reason why I really didn't, let's put it this way. So growing up, this is something I guess I forgot to say, but growing up, I wasn't, my mom didn't really let me, not say not so much let me out the house, but I really didn't have that experience to kind of venture out to kind of become as
Okay.
social with
You're
everybody.
more sheltered.
Yeah, so I was a little bit more sheltered.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I definitely think that played a part as far as my elementary school, I guess, as far as, you know, me being so quiet in school. But it's like now that I look back, it's like I catch myself sometimes finding myself being more prone to trying to reach out more, try to gain connections with different people. Um, you know, I know sometimes even when having a conversation with people, um, I always like to let them start the conversation first,
Mhm.
and then I kind of, you know, fall
Pick
into
up.
it, and then it
Mhm.
kind of goes
Mhm.
from there. But I'm trying to breaking away from there, trying to get better. It's kind of like starting conversations, holding conversation with people, check in on people, you know. So I definitely see now that I kind of broken out of a shell of so much of the shyness, but kind of becoming more open to talking to people.
And so what was and being with that self-discovery, which is great by the way. Um what are some of the ways that you're doing that? You say you reach out to more people, you connect with them more. And how about in your just briefly on your acting space? How did doesn't that help, you know, in your acting space?
So yes, honestly, it helps me, I guess, because I do see myself, like as far as on the screen or whatever, I see myself portraying characters. I take away from that and I'm like, I say, if you can do this on a camera in front of this many people,
It's
why, you
totally
know, why
different.
is it so hard for you to do it just for
I
one
know
person
it's
or, you
different.
know, a couple people?
It's totally
Um,
different.
but
Mhm.
I definitely feel like with the acting, it definitely has opened me up a little bit more to be more interactive. You know, because eventually, you know, when I do make it big, hey, I'm gonna have to be interactive. You know, I'm not one of the ones that I'm not gonna be one of the ones that make it big and I'm not gonna be interactive with my fans. So
Mhm.
I definitely think that it's helped me in my with my acting career, outside of my acting career, um, and definitely with the public.